Is this true in a way? If what actors are trying to show is that the Palestinian Authority has no control over the West Bank, and in light of the recent attacks we're seeing both in the Barkan industrial zone and last night, is the Palestinian Authority losing control of what it can or cannot contain in the West Bank?
Look, the Palestinian Authority has been around for 25 years. Mahmoud Abbas has been president of the PA for 14 years, even though he was elected for 4 years, 14 years ago. Yes, the Palestinian Authority has control of the security situation on the ground. When it wants to arrest terrorists, it does, especially when they come from Hamas. It has proven this in the past, but the problem is not only in terms of capacity, it's also in terms of policy. And when the Palestinian Authority continues to pay salaries for life to the families of terrorists, it sends a very clear message. So how can the Palestinian Authority, on the one hand, say it fights terrorism and arrests terrorists, when on the other hand it pays them salaries for the rest of their lives, sending a very clear message that these are acts of heroism, even though the Mahmoud Abbas did not use that term, unlike the Hamas leadership, as you mentioned, but by paying those salaries from the budget of the Palestinian Authority, it sends a very clear message to the Palestinian population.
Do you believe, Dr. Navon, that this is because the president, the Palestinian president, is reportedly weak, and these reports have been heard, politically weak, that is, have been heard for months, if not years, and if he shuts down the flow of money to convicted killers or terrorists, he might not have any more popular support?
Well, this is what the leaders of the Palestinian Authority have said for the past 25 years. So it's a chicken and egg problem. You know, they keep saying, well, if we don't do that, we're going to be toppled. Yes, but on the other hand, why do you think people might topple you if you don't do it? Because you keep telling them that it's okay to conduct terrorist activities and to get money from the Palestinian Authority. Just like during the time of Yasser Arafat, during the negotiations at Camp David, for example, he would say, well, I cannot give up on the right of return because the Palestinians would never forgive it to me. But who, for many years, kept saying in the Palestinian media and education books that the right of return is sacred and the Palestinians should never give it up? It was Arafat himself. So you see, this whole story of saying, you know, I cannot not pay those salaries because it's considered something sacred in Palestinian society. Well, the leadership has a very heavy responsibility in this mindset and cannot hide behind public opinion when it is shaping this public opinion.
And we are, of course, continuing to follow that.